Hey, it's Trey Benson with the Arizona Cardinals, and you listen to Fantasy Football Counselors.
Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. I got an exciting little episode here for you, a short one. 3 players I just can't stop drafting. Okay, this is a very important episode because I'm going to talk a little bit about fantasy football draft strategy as well, because I just can't stop drafting them, and there's reasons why. Okay, so you got to understand the reasons why, the psychology, more of a how-to on how to draft players is kind of the focal point of this video as we head into draft season, guys. Fantasy football is back. Now, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I just had Trey Benson on the show yesterday. I got Kyron Williams coming on the show this week, along with Tajay Spears and more. Guys, this is the only channel giving you the truth. So if you haven't hit the thumbs up, guys, I'm out here busting my butt here for you guys, trying to deliver the highest possible content, including bringing NFL athletes here, and of course, delivering you the 16-round draft session, the only place, right? The only thing that's beyond draft kits, right? Because draft kits are just consensus rankings, right? The 16-round draft session is a video training. Once you get the course, you're going to get an online, you're going to get a login. You log in, you get all my sleepers, all my breakouts, video training, full mock drafts, printable cheat sheet, everything, guys, in one spot. So grab 16-round drafts, which I've linked it below. Use code SMASH to save, guys. It'll put you light years ahead of the sheep. And grab a ticket to the virtual summit. We're going to have Kyron Williams, Trey Benson, Tajay Spears, and more, and Pat Frymuth at the summit August 21st. All done online. Once you get a ticket, you're automatically entered to win a PS5, okay? This is huge. No one's ever done this in the fantasy community. So this is massive. Grab your ticket right now. I've linked it below. 16 rounds and the summit. You can combo them together for the best value. Guys, it's going to be super fun August 21st, okay? So I'm in the backyard here, and I want to do a short video. Yesterday was my son's birthday. Happy 5th birthday, Robbie. Amazing birthday. Family was over. Great time. I ended up filming my interview with Kyron Williams, which I'll release this week. During the part, just before the part. That was at 3 o'clock. I recorded it. So I'm doing a top 10 running back episode. That's coming out this week featuring Kyron Williams. It's amazing. Super nice guy. Kyron was amazing. It was just a great, great day yesterday. Very blessed. And today's Sunday, just chilling out here in the backyard, getting some sun. Here in these harsh elements of a little bit of mild wind, partly cloudy, and warm weathers here today, all right? So if you're new to the channel, again, smash it, tap it, slap it, grab 16 rounds. Let's get to these 3 players. I can't stop drafting. I must draft. You must have these guys. Now, again, a limited, I should say the criteria. I have a very picky criteria as to what I'm trying to find on the players that I select, okay? So they got to have the Cuddy system. Are they consistent? Do they have upside, durability, depth, and youth? Now, when you draft, let's say, a rookie, which 2 of these guys here are going to be rookies, it's like, okay, well, they don't have that consistency because they haven't played a game in the NFL, right? Durability, we don't really know. They haven't played in the NFL. But man, oh man, do I bank on upside and youth, guys, and also depth chart. Those 3 elements are very, very important to me, and I outweigh them more than anything else. I love the upside. When you look at upside, you got to take a look at other things, including volume share, and that's all part of the depth chart, right? These guys that I'm going to mention are primed for a ton of volume, and the talent and youth is there as well. So that is something I really look at, is like where they are on the depth chart. So let's talk about the first guy here is Keon Coleman. I put him on the cover of the artwork. Why am I so crazy about Keon Coleman? First of all, he's a super marketable guy, right? He's got that like Odell Beckham Jr. type vibe to him. The media is really pushing him out. I believe that the NFL really likes this guy. I think the Buffalo Bills really like this guy. I like him more than guys like, let's say, Xavier Worthy, who came off in the first round, who isn't going to get the potential target share that Keon Coleman's going to get. Yeah, Xavier Worthy is a slightly faster wide receiver, but when you look at playability, when you're looking at 50-50 balls, when you're looking at just all-around better player, even in regards to mental game, route running, understanding the NFL and how, play calling works and route running works, and, all the IQ basically is the word I'm trying to find. You got to look at Keon Coleman. I just had Trey Benson on this show. If you haven't watched that show, go watch that. We just talked to him. I asked about Keon Coleman. He said, man, freak athlete and just really high IQ when it comes to playing. Now, another reason why I can't stop drafting Keon is just simply because of the volume that's going to be available there with Stephon Diggs being gone, Gabe Davis being gone. There's a ton of volume, 240 passing attempts available to a quarterback that throws more than pretty much anybody in the NFL, and Josh Allen. So dude, I like everything about the situation about Keon Coleman. I like the talent, the youth, the situation, and more importantly, I love the draft capital. I mean, we got to go back a couple of years. Stephon Diggs was being drafted in the first round in all leagues, right? Stephon Diggs is gone, and you're telling me that I get Stephon Diggs a better replacement. Stephon Diggs was aging. He was on his way out. He was disgruntled his career. 160 targets did he have? Like 160 targets last year. He still wasn't at his top of his game. Keon Coleman's coming in young, hungry, and you're telling me I get Keon Coleman round 8 to 9, right? Where people were drafting Diggs the past 4 or 5 years, round 1 or 2. Like, that is ludicrous. I'm like, dude, Keon Coleman, all over him. So I just can't stop drafting him. I have not missed out on him in any of my drafts. He is literally my ride and perish type guy. Like, I'm done. I'm not done. Like I said, I'm just like, I got a ton of good players, ton of good depth. And part of the draft strategy, and I explained the 68 rounds, is literally like the base of my team is like veterans and guys that are going to consistently produce in the early rounds, right? Keon is there for the home run hitters. I'm looking to home run grand slam my leagues, okay? So if Keon goes down, he's not necessarily my wide receiver one in a lot of leagues, so I'm not really concerned. I got RB depth, I got ace quarterback, I got solid tight ends. Like, I'm good, but I'm going for broke when it comes to him particularly. He's my rider, perish kind of guy, okay? Love Keon Coleman. Hopefully you guys understand the explanation behind this. It's not just like, hey, man, I'm just picking him in the round 8 because I feel like it. No, he's just a guy I can't stop drafting, okay? Second guy you've heard me talk about a lot. I'm going to continue to talk about him. He's another guy that's kind of coming in as my RB3 in leagues, which I absolutely love, is Zamir White. I can't stop talking about this guy because I look at that depth chart and there's nobody else there other than Alexander Madison, and he sucks. Had the starting job last year, 0 touchdowns, did nothing with it. I'm going to keep talking about Zamir. If you listen to my other videos, you guys heard the speech already. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Hit the thumbs up, and here's the intro on Zamir White, why I like him so much. Guys, he came alive at the end of last season. Tons of volume, 22, 25 attempts. The guy was rushing over 100 yards a game. Josh Jacob, 233 freed up targets, and literally no competition. We are in a league where there's so much competition at the running back position where everybody's pretty much in a committee. Even a guy, Kyron Williams, who I love, man. I love Kyron Williams more than I did, now than I did prior to our conversation yesterday. The guy's got the lion mentality, but he's got Blake Corum breathing down his neck. Now, it sounds to me like he's using that as motivation from the idea, the feeling I got from it. And listen, there's nobody that's really safe at the running back position. There's a couple of guys like Saquon Barkley. I think Byjan is safe. I think CMC is relatively safe if he stays healthy, which I don't think he will. But when you look at a guy like Zamir White, coming off round 5, typically, okay, you get him, if you're drafting 12th, you got to come back, you get him on the 4 or 5 turn because he's not coming back round 6, right? So you look at a guy like Zamir White, ultra elite talent. He's bulked up. Hopefully, some people are saying, well, he's bulked up too much. Is that going to be an issue? I don't think so. The talent is there. The ability is there. Zamir White, prime for a big season. You're getting RB1 in round 5. I think he's going to be a steal of the draft. He's a big-time running back sleeper based on what he could potentially do, okay? Volume is king, guys. If you guys feed a running back a lot, he's typically going to do well. We saw the example last year with Rachaad White. Not the greatest running back on paper, not the most explosive running back, but when he's fed, he can put up those top 10 type numbers, right? So Zamir White, great situation. Love the upside. All right. Last guy, before I get into it, I'm super excited about this guy. These guys on all my rosters as well. Make sure you guys do grab the 16-round draft session. I've linked it below. Hit the bell. You guys got to turn on that bell because I'm going to have NFL athletes on the show. Turn on that bell, smash your tap and slap, and hit the thumbs up and drop a comment below. Let me know a guy that you can't stop drafting. Want to make this ultra interactive, guys. Really want to get this message out to you. Guys, hit the thumbs up, turn on that bell. That's the most important thing you can do this season if you guys want to win your leagues and if you also want an environment that's really fun, immersive, and honesty to fantasy football and NFL athletes. It's a great environment here on the #1 fantasy football podcast, all right? Last guy here. Again, I've been stacking this guy with Keon Coleman in the mid-rounds, and the guy I'm talking about, before I get into him, I want to say one thing, all right? A lot of people are taking chances in the early rounds. Marvin Harrison, I love Marvin Harrison. I got him in one league. You're taking a chance in the second round. Malik Neighbors, round 3 to 4, you're taking a chance. Nico Collins, round 2, huge chance considering Stephon Diggs is there and you've got Tank Dell. DJ Moore, round 3, huge chance. Keenan Allen, round 4 or 5, huge chance, right? You're talking three-headed monster. DK Metcalf, huge chance, rounds 3 to 5. Like, these are wide receivers that you're taking a major risk on that have not solidified their position. So the next guy I'm talking about is Lad McConkey. I love him because he's going to be the one. The only difference between him and the other guys I just mentioned is that he potentially can and should be and will be the wide receiver one. The only major difference is that you haven't seen him on the field. And just for the fact of the uncertainty of him not stepping on the field yet, is that going to give me, that's giving me like a, he's coming off rounds as early as round 6, right? So that's still a big discount for a guy like Nico Collins, who's coming off round 2, who's in a three-headed monster situation, or DK Metcalf is coming off just after. So I look at the upside here. Austin Eckler, we know this offense and Justin Herbert likes the check downs. He's not going to have that pass catching running back. That's why they feel comfortable having Gus Edwards as their starter, because they got Lad McConkey who could work the slot. He can catch the ball in the backfield. He could do it all. And the thing that I like about him as most is, again, is the opportunity. The opportunity is massive. Freed up volume. Keenan Allen is gone. Mike Williams is gone. Austin Eckler is gone. 300 plus passing attempts. Is Quentin Johnson going to fill that role? Highly doubt it, because I watched every game last year, and literally they just don't like Quentin Johnson. He's going to get his work, but he's just not going to get the amount of volume in regards to receptions that a guy like Lad McConkey is going to get. Just for the fact of all of that void in targets, the fact that we're talking about a skilled quarterback who's due for a bounce back year in Justin Herbert, dude, I am all in on Lad McConkey. I can't stop drafting him. There is not a league I have without Keon Coleman, Lad McConkey, and Zamir White. All right? Those are my reasonings, guys. Let me know. Again, you're still not investing a first, second, third, fourth round pick on these guys. Zamir round 5. McConkey 6, Keon Coleman round 7, maybe 8, 9. Sometimes you can fall to 9. I mean, you're still getting guys that are going to absolutely become fantasy football monsters for value. And if they bust, at least you don't have a first round, second round, third round bust. Everyone's telling you last year, T. Higgins round 2. Everyone's telling you this year, T. Higgins just a little bit after round 2. What is he, 3, 4, 5? Waddle's like round 2 to 3, right? Don't draft wide receiver 2s in the early rounds. You always want to be aiming high on the depth chart. I told you, we're talking fantasy football draft strategy here today. You want to aim high on the depth chart, guys, and you're not doing it in those early round drafting some of the wide receivers like the Allens, Keenan Allens of the world, Stephon Diggs that I mentioned. Now, again, like I said, I always say this as a disclaimer, one of these guys is going to go off, whether it be Nico, whether it be Dell, whether it be one of these guys, right? But you're playing wide receiver guessing games in the early rounds. Don't do that, guys. Make sure you guys aim high on the depth chart and grab the 16-round draft search. Okay, I've linked that below. It'll put you light years ahead of the sheep. Grab a ticket to the summit and turn on that bell. Smash thumbs up, turn on the bell, comment below, make it interactive, guys. NFL athletes, Kyron Williams coming on this week is going to be massive, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this show. I can't stop drafting these guys. Must draft fantasy football players. Hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next video. Have a great weekend, guys. I'm out.